visitors. Today we are celebrating the 8th of March, International Women's Day. This is a global day celebrating the cultural, economical, scientific, and political achievements of women. The main topic of our discussion is the power of women in the 21st century. Very interesting, provocative, and hot topic not only for today. We will discuss with 5 women ambassadors from 5 continents, 5 topics, and we will present you 5 points of view, similar or different. Let's see. Our host today is Her Excellency Zakia El Midaoui, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco to the Republic of Bulgaria and Dean of the African, Arabic and French-speaking ambassadors. Let me to present you our guest ambassadors. Her Excellency Mariam Fontenele Reis, Ambassador of Brazil. Her Excellency Mariam Aftab, Ambassador of Pakistan. Her Excellency Nataša BERGELJ, the Ambassador of Slovenia, and Her Excellency Lina Omar, Ambassador of Iraq. Her Excellency Zakia El Midaoui, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco to the Republic of Bulgaria and Dean of the African, Arabic and French-speaking ambassadors. Her Excellency, who is an economist, has a bachelor's degree in economics and accounting, a bachelor's degree in financial and commercial sciences, and a specialty in marketing and distribution. She has been working in the diplomatic field since 1982. Before being posted as ambassador in Bulgaria, she was director of multilateral cooperation in international economic affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation and Moroccan Living Abroad of the Kingdom of Morocco. Before she worked as head of the Economic and Commercial Organization and Conferences Division at the Department of Multilateral Cooperation in International Economic Affairs and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and also as head of the Department of Bodies and Conferences related to multilateral trading and financial systems. She was also posted as Chargée d'Affaires and Deputy Head of the Permanent Mission of Morocco in Geneva. Ambassador Maria Edileuza Fontenele Reis is an experienced career diplomat. She assumed her post as Ambassador of the Federative Republic of Brazil to the Republic of Bulgaria after serving as the permanent delegate to Brazil to UNESCO. She has also held high-level positions in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Brazil, among which Undersecretary for Asian Affairs and Multi-Regional Mechanisms, Brazilian Sherpa to BRICS, Brazilian High-Level Officer for the Forum for East Asia-Latin America Cooperation, Regional Coordinator for the South America-Africa Forum and the South America-Arab Country Forum, and Director General of the Department of European Affairs. Her Excellency holds a master's degree in International Relations and PhD in International Relations and Diplomacy. She is a published author with an extensive bibliography and speaks 6 languages. Ambassador Mariam Edileuza Fontenele Reis has been recognized for her diplomatic achievements and excellence in the foreign service with Brazilian and Foreign Merit Awards. Her Excellency Mariam Aftab joined the Foreign Service of Pakistan in 1994. Before coming to Sofia, she served as Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of Pakistan in Berlin. Her other postings include Counselor at the Pakistan Permanent Mission to the United Nations in Geneva and at the Embassy of Pakistan in Beijing, and Second Secretary at the Permanent Mission of Pakistan to the United Nations in New York. At the Foreign Ministry in Islamabad, she worked as Director General Africa, Director General Americas, Director USA, Director Kashmir, and Deputy Director United Nations. She holds a master's degree in International Relations from the University of Sussex. Her Excellency Nataša BERGELJ completed legal studies first at the Faculty of Law in Ljubljana and later at the Harvard Law University. She entered the Slovenian diplomatic service as an attaché at the Embassy of the Republic of Slovenia in Turkey. She had 2 foreign postings in Austria and Hungary. Before being posted to Austria, Her Excellency headed the Visa Working Party in Brussels during the first presidency of Slovenia to the European Council. In Hungary, she acted already as a deputy chief of mission. When returning to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Ljubljana, she was entrusted with the Human Rights Department. She was appointed as ambassador for the first time in 2022. The host state where she has been serving in the highest diplomatic title since then is the Republic of Bulgaria. Her Excellency Lina Omar is Ambassador of the Republic of Iraq to Bulgaria, former Minister Plenipotentiary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Baghdad, with an experience of more than 20 years in diplomacy and government. She is on a mission to empower women to service better in their duties, as her belief, education is the soul of developing any society. Her Excellency was one of the members of the first delegation of 20 Iraqi women in Washington for the conference, Building New Iraq, Women's Role in Reconstruction. She was recognized as one of the top Iraqi women leaders for democracy, women's rights, and religious freedom in Iraq by the Independent Women's Forum in Washington. She is an active advocate to promote the important changing role of women in the new era of peace and democracy in the world. She has lectured and delivered speeches to national and international audiences about the constitutional and security issues women face in the region. She has been quoted as an authority of these topics by the Washington Post, the Washington Times, and participated in TV discussions on the future of Iraq and the Middle East. Our second topic is the power of women in politics. According to Women in Politics 2021 map, created by the Interparliamentary Union and United Nations Women, despite increases in the number of women at the highest level of political power, widespread gender inequalities persist. Could Your Excellency share something positive trends from your perspective? Regarding this topic, we have a lot of brilliant examples from the countries of our guests. Let's start with Ambassador of Slovenia. Your Excellency, your president nowadays is a woman. Could you tell us something more?
Indeed, I'm proud to say that Slovenia for the first time now has also a female president of the Republic, which I believe for a country of 30 years, our independence and statehood, it's quite a good achievement. But at the same time, I would have to say that the concept and notion of equal opportunities in Slovenia has been very strong and present throughout also Yugoslavian times. And this is something that we have inherited. And equal opportunities, this is the thing that we are still trying to take into account when
When we speak of women empowerment.
when we
Yes.
The equal opportunities. When we speak about the women, the women's empowerment, when we are applying for different positions, also and foremost also in politics. Not just our president, we also have the first female president of the parliament. She has also taken her position last year. And together with our foreign minister, we have a great trio at the top of all the most important political functions.
May I present you the other brilliant example from Pakistan? Your Excellency, please.
Yes, Pakistan has some achievements with regard to women in politics, which we are very proud of. ever since independence, as part of our independence struggle, Mohtarma Fatma Jinnah, who was the sister of the father of our nation, the founding father, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, she played a very active role in the independence movement and subsequently in politics. And then, of course, we have the singular honor to have the first Muslim women Prime Minister, Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. After that, there have been a number of women in politics. Even if you look at our current cabinet, our Minister for Climate Change, our Minister for Information, our Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, they're all women. We have a very strong women's parliamentary caucus, which is very active, and they have done a lot of progressive legislation to do with women's rights in Parliament. So we are, it's very heartening to see, and we have more young women politicians coming up in all the political parties across the political spectrum. So it's very heartening to see that women are very active in politics. Of course, there are many challenges, and there are many things that we have to overcome. But I think that the trend is very positive, and I'm very proud of that.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And for first time in 200 years of Brazilian independent history, Dilma Rousseff is the first woman president. And I have to mention that Dilma Rousseff has Bulgarian origins.
Of course, indeed. Of course, and we are very proud of it. You know, in Brazil, 51% of the population are women. So it's only, it would be natural that we had a greater representation of women in politics, because that means representing society or defending or promoting the interest of this half of the population in our parliament. Unfortunately, however, we have a very small number of women in politics in Brazil, in domestic politics, and this awareness has brought us to change the legislation, the elections code, to make compulsory to have a certain number, at least 10% of women running from each party. And this is the way we expect to increase the participation of women in our parliament. Women are very active in all other sectors of our society. Many are doctors, teachers, engineers, diplomats, etc. Teachers, traditional professional for women. And also I have to mention today hundreds of YouTubers. But unfortunately, we are still very few in politics. We are working on that, and we hope to increase this percentage. Today it's only, I think, less than 15% of women in our parliament. However, we, in 200 years of history, had the first woman elected president in Brazil, and this woman is Dilma Rousseff, the daughter of a Bulgarian born in Gabrovo, and first generation born in Brazil. So this shows how open our society, how flexible our society is to social mobility, political mobility in our country. So we are very, very proud. She paid a visit to Bulgaria as President of Brazil in 2011, and that was maybe the most important topic of our bilateral relations. She developed many areas of cooperation in not only in the cultural sphere, but also in the economic and commercial areas. And she was really very proud of coming to Bulgaria, of paying tribute to her Bulgarian roots. So we are also very proud of her. And now, by the way, she's going to be appointed as the president of the BRICS Bank in Shanghai. So she will be very active dealing with the promotion of financing to projects of infrastructure and sustainable development in BRICS Bank, in BRICS countries, and also in other developing countries. So we're very proud of her. Thank you.
Her Excellency Lina Omar says that there is an urgent need for women to gain more political freedom. What does it mean, Your Excellency, in practice?
Yes, in practice, we need more women in the leadership positions, the decision-making positions. And that's important for, I think, all nations, not only Iraq. I believe personally, if we have women in leadership, we will have, this is my judgment for the nation to be successful. So, because women are in every aspect in life, they are the mothers, they are the sisters, they are the wives, and they could be the leaders too. So when we have lack of leadership, women representations, that means there's something is missing. So that's my personal opinion. So that's why after 2003, when everything changed in Iraq with the liberation, the women, they took, they played a great role in many aspects. They could, you know, they are engineers and they are teachers and they work in the farms and everywhere. But I think we still have challenges to reach out to the leadership positions for many other ways. So I think that's what we should work on, starting with myself. I think it's not, we should always blame the government that we don't have women in the positions. The women also should work on themselves. They should encourage themselves, work on themselves, educate, to be educated more, and to have their value, and to know that women's rights is human rights. It's human rights. It's not only that you want to be, somebody should push you and help you. You should help yourself and you should push yourself. You should challenge yourself. For me, that was throughout the years I am in the government. I had challenges, and also I was able to go through these challenges with help of myself first, and then everybody else around me, including my family.
Let's discuss the role of women in politics in Morocco. Please, Your Excellency.
I must say that the Moroccan society, even though if our society is traditional and conservative, thanks to the political will of our sovereign, His Majesty King Mohammed VI, who is a very progressive king and leader, and he always has put since his enthronement, he put the priority of gender issue, empowerment of women, leadership of women in the center of his priorities, and he helps a lot of and encourages successive governments to have the guts, the courage to include more women in the government. In the last government, we had some ladies who are at the top management, for instance, the Minister of Finance and Economy, Minister of Tourism, Minister of Housing, of Handicraft and Social Affairs, and also during the last legislative and municipalities election, Morocco made what we call a quality leap, because now we have, for the first time, 3 ladies who are mayors in the most important cities. Casablanca, which is the economic capital, Rabat, which is administrative and also the capital of the Kingdom of Morocco, and also Marrakesh, which is known as the touristic capital. So the first time we have ladies at this as mayors, and also what is best in Morocco, that the government, the successive ones, especially since 2002, they adopted a policy which is called the principle of positive discrimination. And so they help, even if women are not elected in a very big numbers, they give them the possibility to have at least 30 women in the parliament. So besides those who are elected directly, and also we have in Morocco all the ministerial department. They are practicing what we call budgetary responsive to gender issue. It means, for instance, in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Morocco, every year when we prepare the budget, there is a special report annexed to the budget, and it's must be this budget and this report has to take in care the needs of women in diplomacy. For instance, if in this reporting they found that we don't have enough women, for instance, as a general counsel, or we don't recruit enough women, the parliament, when he got this report, he, as a control body, he asked the government to enhance the numbers of the recruiting women in diplomacy. For instance, last time the king, His Majesty King Mohammed VI, established a special commission for a new development model. And now the result is this high-level expert asked the government to enhance the women part in the labor market, in industry, in trade, in all domains. So I can say that we are proud with this dynamic, progressive dynamic. And now what I noticed that even the Moroccan mentalities had changed. This is the best thing. So I'm expecting that we will have more good result in the future.
Thank you, Your Excellencies. I think that these are very brilliant examples.
To conclude with a message to women and girls, I would just say, please do not let yourself be limited. Go for the things that you love. Go with the whole of your passion. If you want to lead, lead. If you want to stay at home with kids, please do that as well. If you want to study, pursue your career in academics. So, dream big and achieve all your goals. Thank you.